Everybody. This is Bimbo Barbarella with the Bimbo Barbarella Music Program, and it is Friday at 8 p.m., which means that it's time for the College of Knowledge Friday night show. And we sort of have a different kind of format today. What I decided to do was something different. Um, I gave everybody three bands to listen to and, you know, say your favorite songs. It doesn't have to be in any kind of special order. I know that for mine, I have my three favorites, but there's really no order. And the bands are The Clash, The Cult, and The Cure. And honestly, if you don't like any of those bands, you can just do 10 bands of 10 bands, 10 songs of a band, that you like. And if you want, I'll even allow Journey because I don't have to listen to them. You do. Okay, two bands that will not be played on my program are um, Whitesnake and Motley Crue, and that's been pretty much a thing since I started the program several years ago. And this is actually our third season. And why I'm trying something different is I'm running out of ideas. Because a lot of the shows we were doing were the same format. I want to change it up a little bit. Try something new, try something different, and see if, that piques your interest. So the three bands, like I said, are The Clash, The Cult, and The Cure. Or if you want, you can list your own band. I don't care. Even Journey. As long as I don't have to listen to them, I can write them down. As long as I don't have to listen to them. So let me turn on the chat. Let me see. Okay, there's Mr. Pirate Radio. We have Marsha. We have Miss Honey Bunch. Hello, honey. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you again, my friend. You're always welcome up here on the Bimbo Music program. And if anybody wants to come up on panel, you certainly can. Or if you don't want to come on panel and you want to participate, just let me know so I can put you on the list and write down your picks. And there's Miss Easy Street with Jen. And if you haven't seen her channel, she just got back from Augusta, Georgia. That looks like a real pretty place. Okay, so here's the link. And I also realized that a lot of people might not know too much about those three bands. That's why I, made the caveat. Just anybody, I don't care. Okay, but no Taylor Swift either. No Taylor Swift, no Whitesnake, no Motley. And here is the formidable duo of the Ben and Miss Easy Street with Jen. How are you both doing today?
We're doing great.
I'm well. ¿Qué pasa?
Look, it's 8 o'clock and I'm on time. Wow.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, that's because I hit Al on the head with a pipe.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That works well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to start doing that more often. So anyway, and I'll go ahead and tell the story about. And here he is. He is the captain of the um, sinking music ship,
Hi,
Cap-
everybody.
Hi,
Captain
Mark.
Mark Kropka.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Mark.
And if you've never seen his show, he does pirate radio, which is sort of like a free form. He'll play whatever you want as long as it's not sucky. Okay, yeah, see, but he chooses like what's sucky or not. And if he doesn't like it, he'll say, "Oh, that stinks." So
It's a total dictatorship.
so make sure that every time you go on his show, request Loverboy.
Yeah,
And,
that's not going to happen.
and you'll quickly become his friend.
Either that or In the Year 2525 by Zager and Evans.
Oh, I love that song. In the year 2525, I'm trying to wonder if man is gonna be alive.
It's a good warm up for MacArthur Park.
Yeah, okay, but 2525 is actually rather entertaining, where MacArthur Park is just,
Maudlin.
oh, God. Okay, so looks like we got some viewers up. Anybody else want to come up and join? Because we'll start the show because I think that Miss Addie's coming up. Um, Honey Bunch says, Mark, you're looking snazzy.
Oh, thanks, Honey Bunch.
Must be because you're wearing sunglasses at night because your future is so bright that you got to wear shades. That was actually the name of a song by a band called Timbuk 3.
I remember that song.
Yeah.
Yes. Or there's that other song. I wear my sunglasses at night.
Okay, and that was Corey Hart.
Or was it?
That was an earworm from the 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah. So anyway, a couple of days ago, Cat Daddy fell outside walking around in the dark for no reason. Looking for cats in the dark,
Mhm.
and he can't walk that well anyway, and he can't see.
Did he find his lens?
No,
Glasses?
no. So anyway, so what we did today is we went to Lens Crafters, and the glasses that he was wearing were like 5 years out of date, and you know that your vision changes.
Right. You want to get a test about once every other year at least.
Yeah, and so he said, well, I got these glasses and I don't know where they are. And I said, Alder Mild glasses. He said, well, where did you get my glasses from? So anyway, and so the doctor at VisionWorks, which I've dealt with VisionWorks a lot, and I think they're a good company. I highly recommend them. They're good company. They're professional, and they were cheap. He got two sets of glasses with like the bifocals and the exam and all that. And it was $400.
Mhm.
So
The-
that was reasonable. I mean, because when I had my cataracts done in both eyes, that was expensive.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, this pair of glasses, it's got the progressive parts in the bottom, the magnifiers.
Yes, that he has to.
These were $419 from Walmart.
Oh man!
So I'm trying to get my full link out of them.
And
This is how
here's
Hi, Miss Hopkins.
Mrs. Hopkins. Okay, Hoppy, and you know the premise of this show. I'd like 10 songs from either band, The Clash, The Cure, or The Cult. Or if you want, you can do all three.
I didn't have time.
And if you do all three, you'll get a bonus prize.
Oh,
Jennifer and I-
Because my bonus prizes are, always worth the price of admission.
Yeah, Jen and I just focused on the Clash because we know absolutely nothing about the music of the Cult or the Cure.
Okay, The Cult, you've heard a lot of songs.
Maybe, I mean, maybe one or
Not
two
too much.
in a grocery store.
I
or
was
something,
busy
but,
working.
I mean, those are both '80s or later bands, so they're a little bit, Well, I mean, most of the Clash stuff was in the '80s too, but
I
definitely
think
new.
I think I'm going to be marching to my own drummer again tonight.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Mark. Like I said, if you're unfamiliar with any of these three, 10 of your favorite songs from a band, but they can't be lame.
How about I did my 10 all-time favorite live albums?
Perfect. Yes. Okay. Yeah. See, that's fine. That's great. Okay.
I'm eager to see where Frampton Comes Alive is on that list.
Oh, that would be number 87 on mine.
Right there next to Loverboy Live.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen too quick.
I don't think they made a live album. Marco, did they?
Loverboy Alive? It should be, if it is, it should be called Loverboy Alive. Oh well.
Damn. Still. Okay. Okay, Mrs. Hopkins. Then, so who did you focus on?
I focused on the Cure.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I remember that you said that you liked them.
Yeah.
And when I was putting this kind of thing together, I actually included them, hoping that you would, come up and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't know who the Cure is, Robert Smith still looks like Robert Smith.
Yeah,
50 years later, he still looks like Robert Smith.
Yeah.
pretty much. Maybe just a little heavier, but that's about it.
Oh, what did Marcia come in? Martha.
She was in earlier.
Oh, I missed you. Sorry, Martha. Oh, hey, Martha, and would you like to participate in any of these? Like I said, one of those three bands were just 10 songs that you like. Okay, but they got to be the same band. Whereas Mark wants to do all live. I'll let that go.
That's all I have to offer tonight.
Oh,
Sorry, I can't. I haven't listened to the Clash, or the Cure ever.
why they don't play them in Canada?
I just never got to them. I'm sure I've heard their music,
Yeah.
and I tried a little bit, but it's just was never big on any of my lists.
And then Jen was saying, Mr. Captain there, that you liked Sandinista.
It was good. It was a triple album.
Yes.
I've never heard of a triple studio album before, and I was amazed at how many different styles and genres he.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he could change styles for a song like changing a coat. I mean,
And that-
Sandinista.
yeah, and that's what was so good about the Clash. And on that album, they had all four band members writing songs.
Yeah, they were collectively credited, whereas before, it was just Mick Jones and Joe Strummer that had writing credits.
Right.
But their triple album had funk, reggae, jazz, gospel, rockabilly, folk, dub, rhythm and blues, calypso, disco, and rap.
Yeah, and
It was
I mean,
an awesome album.
oh, it is. It is.
They accepted that the label didn't want them to release an album that was that big, they had to agree to take less royalties
Right.
in order to have an album that big,
Well,
which is bizarre.
the reason though they wanted less royalties too is they always felt their music should be accessible to everyone,
Hmm.
no matter how much you make, and so their concerts were always cheap, and their albums $5.99, never any higher.
It's
Yeah.
a very
Okay, because I remember
generous.
owning Sandinista, and somebody says, "Oh my God, how are you going to listen to 3 albums?" And then I would say, "How can you listen to the same song 40 times a day?"
Hmm.
And this is what Sandinista looks like. And it was 3 LPs.
Yeah.
On my list, I've got a top 10 from the group collectively and the top 10 from Sandinista in particular. So
Okay.
I'll round robin it each time for number 10 from Sandinista and number 10 from the band.
Okay,
as a whole.
because what we're gonna do with this one, because there's gonna be a lot of choices and stuff. I'm gonna do it like 4, and then the next round will be 3, and then the last round be the final 3. If you want, make the final 3 your favorites.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the captain. And then we have the corn grower.
The corn grower.
Yeah, because he has to plant corn tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a little bit late, but we're
Yeah.
getting a lot of rain.
Low risk for freeze at this part of the year in Georgia.
Yeah.
We had risk of frost last night. I had to bring all my pot plants into the shed.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You're a little further north than we are, so. But no, it's been a
never
very.
get this late though, ever. It was a freak year.
It's
Yeah.
been damp and cool down here in Georgia too.
We're just starting to hit some heat in the 90s, but
The
still.
blueberries have enjoyed it. I mean, a lot of our fruiters.
The
doing
peach are
great.
loving it. The pawpaw went
They didn't
crazy.
get burned. They didn't really get frozen hard, so they're
Mm-hmm.
just like drinking up all that water and
Yeah.
being happy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're gonna get my first pomegranate ever, I think. Maybe.
Oh, you're growing pomegranates?
Yeah, I've had them for like 5 years, but they've never produced. But I've
Aren't
got
they
2
like
blossoms.
desert plants?
Huh?
Aren't
Oh,
they
the
like
desert?
desert plants?
No.
I thought they grew in like Israel and Jordan and over there.
Well, they do. They grow in California. They grow in Georgia. They
Oh,
grow.
I didn't know they grew in California. Well, there's probably a tax on them.
Not here. Not at all.
And I love the pomegranates because that's a lot of work. You need to be dedicated to eat that son of a bitch because that's a lot of work.
They're
Lot of
easier
seeds.
if you just cut them in half and soak them.
Oh yeah.
They kind of start
Absolutely.
popping up.
Okay, so why don't we get started? It is 8:20. We will begin as always with the captain. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Okay, so you're gonna do the Clash, and then you're just gonna do Sandinista.
Yeah. I'll start with that. Do you want me to do 4 from the
Oh, okay.
band as a whole, or
Yeah,
and Sandinista, or just Sandinista?
No. Okay, do the 4 from the band as a whole,
Okay.
and I'll get back to your 4 from Sandinista.
Okay. All right. So my 4 from the band as a whole.
Jen, and so what are you doing?
I'm doing everything but Sandinista
Okay.
because I wanted to write like every song down I heard. And there are too many. There are 37 songs on the album.
All right.
It was compared to the Beatles' White Album as well.
And it was because like everybody had songwriting credits. Paul Simonon, the bassist, Topper Headon, oh, the drummer.
And the music's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So Mrs. Hoppy is doing The Cure. And now, okay, because I did The Clash and The Cult. I didn't do The Cure because I was positive, Mrs. Hopkins, that you were doing The Cure. So I just did The Clash and The Cult. And Pirate Radio is just doing
Whatever.
whatever. Okay. And if anybody in the chat wants to join, you can do it from the side chat. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, so Marcia has a closet that fell and just tried 3 times to fix it. Oh, gee.
Marcia has a list, though. Excellent.
Marcia, so did you want to get in, Marcia?
She says she has a list.
Well, it's good to know Marcia isn't listless, so, you know,
She's
Oh, God.
put them bump.
good. She's good.
Dad jokes, just one more service I offer the panel.
Yeah, and that one was hideous.
Yeah.
You're all weak, folks.
Alrighty. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and
Yeah, okay, so
give you my first 4.
of,
My first,
of the whole Clash catalog.
correct. My number 10 was Rudy Can't Fail off of London Calling.
Rudy Can't Fail.
It's got a reggae Bo Diddley vibe, and it was an homage to their friend Ray, who portrayed a roadie who quit that to follow the Clash in a film called Rudy Boy. That was interesting to me. I didn't know about that film. My number 9 is from 1977's The Clash, the song Janie Jones. This is one of their more straight-ahead punk songs, but it was inspired by a singer who had sex parties at her home, and then later on was convicted of pimping. So she was an interesting character in her own right.
And this is the album that he's talking about.
Yeah,
This is the first one.
first album. Yeah. My number 8 is also off of.
And okay, and what's good about the Clash and the Cure and the Cult, you know, they don't have 80 albums to have to pick from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so your next one, Chris.
Yeah, my number 8 from the band as a whole is also from their first album. It's called Police and Thieves.
Yes, that's a good song.
It's a reggae song. It was originally written by a gentleman named Junior Mervin. And it's basically about how both police and thieves are sort of a menace to the society that he lived in. It's like both are shooting, both are causing trouble, and so they're
Right.
more alike than they are different. At least in Junior Mervin's world. That was kind of a cool commentary. And then my number 7 from the band as a whole is from London Calling, Spanish Bombs.
Spanish bombs in Andalusia.
I mean, how many rock and roll songs?
That's a great song.
How many rock and roll songs have you heard about the Spanish Civil War? I mean,
Yeah.
that one. That's interesting. I mean,
Okay, so next we're gonna go to Easy Street with Jen for her 4.
All right. So my number 10, again, it's a great song. It got a lot of play for, permeated the culture for almost a decade probably, and that's Rock the Casbah of Combat Rock.
Combat Rock,
And then
right?
number 9 is going to be This Is England off Cut the Crap.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Cut the Crap is a terrible album, but that is the only song on that album that is worth anything.
Yeah, I agree. But it didn't do much here in the U.S., but it did go on the U.K. charts for a while. My number 8 is Julie's Been Working for the Drug Squad.
Julie's been working for the Drug Squad. Julie's
Love
been
that
working
song.
for
And
Drug
Mark,
Squad.
I think you would like that song a lot. It has really great piano
Yeah, yes, it
in
does.
it, and it really does sound like something you and your band might play.
Oh,
And
okay.
Your band, Trainwreck is the name of your band, correct?
Yes.
Yes. But
Julie,
yeah, it was a really fun
the
song
drug
until
squad.
they all got busted because Julie's been working for the drug
Drug
squad.
Squad. Julie's been working for the Drug Squad.
Yeah, and my number 7 is going to be Police and Thieves for a lot of
Okay.
the
Yep.
I feel
reasons
vindicated.
Chris mentioned. Yes, and it has a really good bass line too.
I was
And
amazed at how good the bass playing was in that band.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. The
Very
bassist
sharp.
name was Paul Simonon.
Yep.
And Mark, and the Clash has a lot of keyboards, believe it or not, a lot more than you would think a punk band would have. See, because they use the moniker, oh, the only band that matters.
Mhm.
And after their first album, this one, which was very punky, they really just like changed to do, anything that came to their mind. Okay, so we have next one up is Mrs. Hopkins, The Cure. Oh, hello, Atlanta. How are you, dear? Nice to see you. You're always welcome, my friend.
Did you want 3 or 4?
4.
4. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the first one. Let's see. You said not in order, just any random way, right?
Okay. The final 3,
Mhm.
I'll try to make like your 3 favorite ones,
Okay.
but whatever.
All right. So there's 4, you said. Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. This one is 4.
All right. Number
10
first one.
is 10.
Okay.
And
It's
down.
all righty. It's Kyoto song from The Head on the Door, 1985.
Yep. Good. Very good call. Okay. Your next one.
I get confused. I went all over the damn place. I confused myself. Okay. It's The Reasons Why from 413 Dream, 2008. And there's a note about that one. It was the lyrics were made from a suicide note.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we know that it wasn't Robert Smith's.
No.
Okay. It
And your next,
never.
your next one.
My next one would be A Letter to Elise from Wish 92.
Yep. And your next one.
And Pictures of You from Disintegration 89.
And now everybody's heard the song Pictures of You. And
I think that's the only song I know.
because I've got 4 Cure CDs, and they had a lot more than any of the other bands. Okay, next one is going to be Miss Marsha. Okay, your favorite 4 from what band are you doing, Marsha? Marsha. Maybe she's messing with her cabinet that fell down. Okay,
She might be.
We might get back to her.
We'll get back to her. Okay, Pirate Radio. Okay, so these all have to be live ones.
Yeah. What do you want? 4?
4,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Bursting Out by Jethro Tull.
Yes. Okay.
Love You Live by the Rolling Stones.
And out of all the Rolling Stones live ones, that was my least favorite. just because I think that it just seemed kind of sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it because of the content, the songs that they played on. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
a era for them.
Yeah, they played a lot of songs that they hadn't played before, like Manish Boy and a lot of songs.
There's an inscription inside that album, and it's written for Ian Stewart. And I think that album came out just right after he died. And the inscription says, "Them who the gods love most take first."
Okay, Marcia, just hold on. Okay. Oh, oh, okay, Mark, I'm going to take a break from you and go to Miss Marcia. Okay, so Marcia, you're doing The Cure. Okay, Pictures of You. Yes. And Lullaby. And now everybody knows the song Just Like Heaven. Come on.
Maybe if you hum a few bars.
Just Like Heaven.
No. Totally lost.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious if in one of Mark's later live albums is going to be Get Your Yayas Out. I always thought that was an amazing.
Oh, see, now that's
live.
my favorite Rolling Stones live.
I mean,
And
just a
Marcia,
monster.
oh, Twilight Garden, yes.
We can sit here and anticipation.
Patient.
All very good. All very good, Marcia. Very good. Okay, Mark, so we're back to your next one.
Yeah, so the last one was Love You Live.
Yes.
Allman Brothers Live at the Fillmore.
Excellent album.
And I'm not a big Allman Brothers fan, but even I like that.
Yeah, that was a great album.
And
That was
is
a
that the
great
one
two
where,
albums for them.
and is that the one where they do like the 15-minute version of Tied to the Whipping Post?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Which album has Le Braire in A? I think I don't know if that's the exact same album, but that's like a long jam too.
Hello, Branson Captain. Okay, so we got one more.
Which yours?
For me?
7th.
Live at Leeds, The Who.
Killer album. Outstanding.
Arguably, some people say one of the all-time best live albums ever. Rock and roll.
Maximum R&B.
Yeah, that's right.
The
25
greatest live album ever is
Yeah.
by a band called UFO, Strangers in the Night.
Oh,
Haven't,
And if you disagree with me, you're either wrong or you're an idiot, or you're both.
a wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so we are back to the captain, who is going to do his Sandinista picks.
Alrighty.
What is Sandinista?
that-
It was- Captain, and do you know what it is?
Yeah, it was the 4th studio album recorded by The Clash.
No, but the word Sandinista. what is
Oh,
it?
it was the rebels that managed to take over El Salvador and no, Nicaragua, wrong Central American country. Yeah, there was they were busy asserting their power in the 80s, and I guess the band felt an affinity for that group, so they named their album Sandinista. But
Okay, so you're
Thank you.
okay, so 4 from that band.
okay, my number 10 is Junco Park.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool sort of a synth-heavy reggae tune. It was written as a blues song by a guy named James Waynes in 1951, and then it was covered as a reggae version by a band called the 101ers, and then the Clash covered it. That was a good song. Another reggae vibe off that album was If Music Could Talk. It's got great saxophone, sort of a stream of consciousness lyrics, and Mick Jones and Joe Strummer go back and forth, sort of singing and talking at the same time. Somehow it works. It's they don't talk over each other, although they're kind of interplaying as the song goes on. So that's my number 9. My number 8 is If a Lightning Strikes Not Once
Oh,
But
yeah,
Twice.
I love that song.
That's just a cool song about New York life. I like the line, Deli Joe ought to know he runs the gang on Pastrami Row. But he name drops these
Yeah,
different,
a lot of people.
and different communities in the boroughs. So it's
Yeah.
very much a New York, or song about New York City in the early 80s, late 70s.
I've never heard of Pastrami Road before this, but it sounds like a type of place I'd like to hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris. Chris. And so, what was your number 9 again on that one?
If Music Could Talk.
Yeah. Okay. And so your last one for this group of 4.
Okay, that's a song called Police on My Back.
This has to be, I think, one of my favorite songs of all time by them. You're running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, they managed to work in. They worked in every day of the week, and the bass line in that song is really good too. It just thumps,
That song rocks. And now, that's what I liked so much about Sandinista is, like you mentioned it. I mean, they did like dubstep, and then they could turn around and do Police on My Back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's a great album to listen to with good headphones too, or earbuds.
Oh yeah.
And that thing's going in one channel or the other,
Yeah.
Okay, so mine, we are up to the bimbo. I did the Cult and the Clash, of course. So I will do, if I can find my list. Oh, here it is.
You say the Clash, of course. Is that what? Because the Clash is one of your
Oh yeah.
bands.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of Clash songs, that I can sing without even having to look at the lyrics.
Right.
Okay, so the Cult, band called Firewoman, which is from Sonic Temple, and their 2 best albums that they're known for is Electric and Sonic Temple. And Ian Astbury and Billy Duffy have been collaborating since the band started. They have never left. They've never played in any other band. Well, Ian Astbury did. There was like a Doors kind of thing that went nowhere. But okay, and then the song here is off this one called "Hey, My Little Devil." And there's a song called "Love Removal Machine," and they're much more rock than the Clash or the Cure is, because they have lots of drummers. Maybe John Tempesta you've heard of. And my next one would be Wild Hearted Son. And that comes from this one here. And the Cult actually got sued for using this kid's photo, because they used it, just randomly. They saw a picture in a magazine and used it and put it on the cover, and so they got sued.
That's why you have model releases. Get
Yes,
those
exactly.
signatures. The
Okay.
band,
Yeah.
well, on the album Pretzel Logic,
Oh yeah,
there was a picture of this old guy. He looked
Yeah.
like Charles Bukowski, but they were wondering, they couldn't find him to get a model release to get his permission, but they figured they did some research and they found out that he was selling pretzels without a license. They figured, well, this guy doesn't have the resources to sue us, so we're just going to use his image and not care about it. And they never got sued. So,
okay,
but normally, yeah, they do try to get permission from people.
okay.
that are on
And
their
for my
album
four
covers.
Clash songs, one comes from Sandinista called Hitsville, UK.
Mm-hmm. It's a little
And-
higher on my list, but yeah, that's a great song.
And then there's a song from Black Market Clash, which is the Clash did a lot of singles and B-sides,
Mm-hmm.
and so they put them all on here. It's a song called Radio Clash, and you may have heard this one. This is Radio Clash on pirate satellites, coming into your living room. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And then there was, from their first album, a Bobby Fuller 5 song called I Fought the Law and the Law Won. I fought the law and the long one. And also from Black Market Clash is a song called Time is Tights. And it was actually written by Steve Cropper and Donald Duck Dunn. If you know who those guys are, they were the musicians in the Blues Brothers movie.
Oh, there were a lot more than that.
Yeah,
Did a
yeah.
lot of studio work. Yeah.
Yes, I know, Mark, but yeah, so. Okay, so we are back up to the captain with your three.
Well, you counted me extra. I think I've done my 4 from the band as a whole and the 4 from
Right.
Sandinista.
Okay. Right.
Is it Jen's turn now?
Now it's your turn to do
My turn.
your 4.
Yeah.
from the album.
Okay,
Or
no,
3
okay, you know,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
3 from the Clash.
as a whole. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 6 is off London Calling, a song called Clampdown. That's an interesting song. It had some perceived sort of Nazi references to it. Yeah.
Working for the clamp down.
Yeah, is this man a Jew? And we will train our blue-eyed men to be young believers. But I think the song's more broadly about just people that are willing to just work and accept what they're told and follow orders sort of mindlessly.
His brother was a Nazi, he said, but
Really? I didn't know
yeah, and his brother also unalived himself.
that. No,
Okay,
Jesus.
okay, there, Captain, and your next Clash as a whole.
Yep. The title track off of London Calling. Great song. He worked in a lot of different political items there. The police brutality, 3 Mile Island, the River Thames flooding in London. But it's just got a good chorus to it as well.
London calling is a foreign land. War is declared and battles come down.
And the BBC would use the term, this is London Calling, to, during World War II, when they were breaking into.
And do you know the cover of that is a iconic cover
Oh, yeah.
that actually comes from a Elvis Presley album of looks the same, the type is the same.
But I bet the King wasn't destroying a guitar in the on stage in his version.
Oh no, I don't have it here, but I have a picture of what the guitar looked like after he did it on stage. and the neck was completely broken. It was just being held together by the strings.
I bet that guitar must have sold at auction.
Oh
It's
my
like
God!
for
Somebody owns
hundreds
that.
of thousands or over $1 million. I mean,
Somebody owns
it's
that.
iconic.
Yes. Okay, Jen, corn
What-
grower. So you're next.
Well, I didn't give you my number 4. It's
Oh, yes, yes.
off of Combat Rock. I went with Rock the Casbah. It's a catchy song. It's very iconic. Very, like it was a heavy MTV video play of its era, and it's a good song. So
And Combat Rock. I own it. I really don't like it because it's too poppy. And the only good songs on it are "Should I Stay or Should I Go" and "Rock the Casbah." The rest of the stuff is really, I don't think, all that great. That's just my opinion.
we probably got some pressure from the labels, like, okay, we need some hits, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, yeah, because after that, that 3-album thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we're up to the corn grower. Your next 3 from the Clash.
Spanish Bombs off of London Calling, for reasons mentioned previously. White Riot, because it was covered by a lot of bands. Cracker, Rage Against the Machine, the Dropkick Murphys even covered it.
Yes, yes.
And Mick Jones would at times refuse to play it, considering it crude and musically inept. But it was also featured in Tony Hawk's Underground.
And on their initial release, it's song number 5, White Riots.
Yeah. And then my number 4 is a little odd, but Combat Rock was pretty much an anti-war album. And then, so Sean Flynn was my pick for number 4. It was a fascinating story. Sean Flynn was the son of Errol Flynn and Lily Domini, I believe was her name. She's a French actress.
Yeah.
But he actually starred in a 1962 movie called The Son of Captain Blood, but he kind of rejected the whole acting fame kind of thing, and he wanted to become a photojournalist. So he went into the war zone, and he could have taken a limo, but he wanted to the Viet Cong were getting closer. This was during the Vietnam War, and so he and his other photojournalist buddy decided to jump on a motorcycle and try and hit everybody to the punch, and they were never seen or heard from again. Right. And this song came out in 1982. His mother didn't even declare him dead until 1984.
And the song is not that bad. See, and now to show you that everybody here, me, Captain, Corn Grower, Hoppy Hopkins, Pirate Radio, we put in a lot of research on this stuff. We're just not making things up off the top of our head.
Mm-hmm. And the sax work in that, Gary Barlow, I believe was his name, he started with The Clash and worked on a lot of their albums, but he ended up playing with Susie Sue, Elvis Costello, Phil Collins, Jamiroquai, Pet Shop Boys, James Brown. I mean, he's still working.
Yeah, and like I just saw a picture of Susie Sue. She does not look like she has aged. If anything, I think she's a witch because she's gone back.
Wow.
Okay, next we're going to go with Mark, your 3 Cure songs.
Sounded like you said Mark for a second there. I was like, Mark? Oh.
Marsha, and then you, Hoppy, after Marsha.
Oh, Marsha. Okay.
As you want to go until Marsha comes up. Yeah, okay, Hoppy, you go.
Okay, so you want 2 or 3?
3.
3, okay. So, Close to Me from Head on the Door, 85.
Yeah.
And Strange Attraction from Wild Mood Swings, 96. And Mint Car from Wild Mood Swings. I think Marcia said earlier in here about a song about the girlfriend, about maybe it was she talking about Robert Smith and Mary? Because I did find in my notes that one song was called M, and that was about Mary, and that was from the second album, 17 Seconds.
Oh. Yeah, see, because there's actually a couple of Cure songs that I want to say that I like. The first one, it's you're gonna think it's great, but it's not. And the name of the song is "Killing an Arab." And what it's about is in 1960, there was a book by a French author, Albert Camus, who actually wrote a book about the protagonist just wanted to kill somebody just to see how he felt killing. And then there was another song called "Fire in Cairo." So trust me, The Cure, they did a lot of very provocative things. They did a lot of provocative things. Okay, very good there. Very good, Mrs. Hopkins. Marcia, are you still there, honey?
She says 100 Years, Fascination Street, and Close to Me.
Okay. Oh, where is that?
It's on the upper right-hand corner of the chat, at least on our screen. At 8:52 and 41 seconds.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
I don't either. Oh, okay, Captain. So what was it?
100 Years,
Right.
Fascination Street, and Close to Me.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And you guys have heard of Fascination Street and probably don't know it. Okay, Pirate Radio, your next 3 lives.
Okay. Rush did a live album called All the World's a Stage.
Outstanding.
That is the only Rush live that I have.
It's a good album.
Good album, yeah.
It's their older stuff, and it's
Back when Getty still had his high register that he could hit.
it was recorded in Massey Hall in downtown Toronto,
Oh, really?
and in '72, I think, or '73 or '4, somewhere in there. And it was just when they were, in my opinion, at their peak.
Their first album, Rush, came out in 1974, and that's back when John Rutsey was their drummer before Neil Peart. So
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking it's 77,
I think
78, maybe 76.
Oh, yeah, because it has 2112 on it. It
Yeah.
has a
I
little
think
bit of
it-
that.
and it's got that one song that I like about Tour the Dog.
Vitor
Yeah.
and the Snow Dog.
Yeah. Okay, Mark, your next one, sir.
Oh, okay. David Bowie did one back in the '70s called David Live from the Philadelphia Tower.
Oh, yes, and I know you talked about that on your radio program.
Yeah, great album. And the saxophonist just died, David Sanborn. If you heard about his passing, that's one of his works that he did. He participated on that tour, and it's
Yeah. No,
just
no,
great
no.
work.
Oh, okay, Marcia, your post just came up now. I just see it now. Wow. Oh, nothing like being on time. And so Matt 04, hello, my friend. You know you're always welcome here.
And you want one more from me?
Matt says that his favorite Cure is 100 Years. Yes, that's a good one. I like that a lot. Yes, your next one, Mr. Pirate Radio.
Elton John did one that's back when he was just starting out. It was just him, a bass player, and a drummer. And it was 11/17/70. And it's a really good raw live album.
I've heard of that. I've never heard the album.
It's
I've heard of it.
well worth giving a listen to
Oh, okay.
because it's just him and his piano with a bass, like I said, a bass player and the drummer.
Okay, so he doesn't have Mike Reno as like a guest vocalist.
No, not there.
Okay, so I think everybody there is caught up. My choice is the Cults. Gonna go with these three called King Contrary Man, and most of them are from the first 2 to 3 albums, and then Sun King comes from Sonic Temple. Sun King comes from Sonic Temple. And then one of their newer albums in 2012, which is hard to believe, this album, because they had sort of like slowed down and weren't performing much. And so Ian Astbury, the singer, says, you know what, I'm bored. Let's do a song. So they came up with this one called, and look at that Indian guy. If you were out in a field and you saw an Indian like that, he'd scare the hell out of you. It's called Choice of Weapon, and the Cult has always been a very
Eclectic?
ecological, like an animal lover band. They do a lot of songs about like animals and wolves and, what would be the proper word?
Ecological, nature loving,
Nature lovers and
Okay, but the name of
wildlife, something, I don't know.
wildlife advocate.
but the song that is in question here is called For the Animals. And so he's singing about how man is overtaking the world and how it's destroying the animals. And in the song, you can hear it kind of switch. Well, the music doesn't switch, but like the lyric tone, that the animals, they're starting to get pissed.
Okay.
And that's why, whenever I, hear a story about an alligator eating somebody or some idiot out in Yellowstone going up and petting a grizzly bear and then he loses, 2 limbs, you know what? Good for you. Good for you.
Darwin's
Yes.
Darwin's theories that it being demonstrated.
Okay, and then my next 3 by The Clash are from this one here called Give 'Em Enough Rope. It is their second album called English Civil War. And Johnny comes marching home again, hoorah, hoorah. Oh, that's a great song. And because I have my 3 that I want to save. No, this one I can go. Okay, London Calling.
Is it your birthday today, Marcia? 57 years old?
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Marcia.
A lot of people don't like When the Birthday Comes.
You know what the alternative is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know whether I said it or not. I forgot because I, you know, wrote them poorly. Something about England. That's on Sandinista. I think I already said it, but hell, nobody's paying attention. I'll say it again. Okay, so we are down to our final round. Now, try to make these your 3 favorites. If you've already done that or you can't because you used them, you know, really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your score in the class. So, okay, so Captain, your 3 favorite overall songs by the Clash.
Okay.
No, sorry. We didn't do your 3 Sandinista.
Sandinista.
Yeah, I didn't do my 6, 5, and 4
Right.
from
Yes.
Sandinista, so I'll go ahead and do that now. My number 6 from Sandinista is Junkie Slip. That's just an interesting. It's a straight ahead song about being a drug addict. You pawned your guitar and your saxophone. You're pawning everything in your mother's home. That's the true junkies. The one they'll rob from their own family. So
Right.
number 5 off Sandinista is Charlie Don't Surf.
Yeah.
That's a famous line from Apocalypse Now, spoken by Colonel Kilgore as a justification for taking a beach at the Mekong Delta just so that the American soldiers could go surfing. But it's really a metaphor about American imperialism. And then my number 4 from Sandinista is The Leader. It's a funny commentary on sex scandals.
I'm not familiar with that song.
The Leader, well, you've heard the main tagline from it. The people must have something good to read on a Sunday. And so they're ostensibly making fun of politicians who get caught in sex scandals, but I think they're really making fun of the general public who feels the need to read about sex scandals of politicians because the people must have something good to read on a Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a funny song.
And that's
It is a
why
song.
on Sandinista, which follows one of my favorite ones. It's not on the list because my Clash list could have been 20 and it would have been solid. It is right behind a song called Ivan Meets G.I. Joe. Ivan meets G.I. Joe. Ivan meets G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, you know that's about Russia and the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chris.
And then Chris's regular.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Your final 3.
My final 3 from the band as a whole
Yes.
had to go with London Calling's "I Fought the Law." Awesome song. I love their cover of the song. It was done originally by the Crickets, then later on by Bobby Fuller. Number 2 off of Combat Rock, "Should I Stay or Should I Go?" It's just a great pop tune. It's just
He'll
was
make you
their
shake your
attempt.
foot.
It was their attempt at writing a classic, and I think they really succeeded. And then number 1, "Train in Vain."
Oh yes.
It's the Clash wrote very, very few songs about relationships and the complexities of boy-girl meets, boy-girl breaks up. I mean, Foreigner did 99% of their stuff on that topic, but the Clash basically did this one song, as far as I could tell, and they knocked it out of the park.
See, and now Train in Vain comes from London Calling.
Yes.
And if you have the original pressing of London Calling, it's not listed on the album or even in the book. It's not listed. It's just like track 20.
Mm-hmm.
It was later ones where when the song, really hit and became popular and says, Ooh, where's that song? Oh, it's the, well, how come it's not on the album? And I don't know whether they did it on purpose or somebody who was their production group say,
Most people refer to the song as "Stand by Me" because that was the that was the hook in the song.
Yeah.
But Benny King had a famous song called "Stand by Me,"
Yeah.
so they called it "Train in Vain"
Yeah.
to differentiate it.
So I guess somebody from Epic Records said, "Oh shit, we forgot that song." See, because if you see down here, mine down the bottom, you can see "Train in Vain."
Mhm. Yeah.
But if you have a CD that doesn't have this, it's can be quite valuable. Okay. So, and okay, we'll do your three Sandinistas later.
Okay.
Okay, Easy Street with Jen the Corn Grower. Your three
Yeah,
last Clash. I'll try to kind of make them your favorite.
yeah, it's gonna be my number 3 is gonna be Train in Vain. My number 2, London Calling, and then number 1, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Because I gotta dance. Makes me want to dance. And all of Sandinista album. That's my number 1. I want to go back and listen to the whole thing because I was
Have
like,
you guys ever heard that album before?
no, not a single song on that album ever.
No.
And it's fabulous.
Absolutely. Out of all of the Clash stuff, that's probably my favorite.
Mhm.
I probably appreciate the Clash now that I'm older than I did back then.
I just didn't know they had that dynamic range of
Mhm.
songs and styles.
Yeah, had I known, I probably would have been a bigger fan back then.
I mean, before this week, I could literally only name 5 Clash songs.
Mhm.
Just a heavy radio airplay.
Yeah, it's been a great like assignment.
Well, see,
Learned a lot.
and that's what's good about being a punk when you were 10, being a punk when you were 20, and being a punk now.
Yeah.
They've been called worse things, but I'll go with punk.
Hey, the River City Sound System out of Jacksonville, they're a punk band. They just released a new album too.
Okay, we're going to go with Mrs. Hopkins. Your 3 last Cure songs.
Oh, okay. My 3 top ones are High from Wish,
Mhm.
92,
Yes.
and Friday I'm in Love, also from Wish,
Oh, I love
92.
that song. Friday, I'm in love. Yeah, I love that song.
I think I actually have heard that song.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
Yeah.
And my number 1 is Lullaby from Disintegration, 89.
And you know what song I like that it did is The Forest.
Oh,
And you know that song.
there was it wasn't on my top though. There was a bunch more though.
Oh yeah. Okay, Miss Marcia, you are up next, dear.
Whiny.
Your last 3 Cure songs, and you're doing wonderful, even with a fallen down closet, and being birthday, and I hope that your cake wasn't in the closet that's fallen down, because that would kind of ruin it.
It'd be worse if her cake was in the rain.
Because I don't think that I could take that. Because it took so long to bake it. I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no.
Oh no.
A song that will live in infamy.
I just wonder, if when Major Harris was singing that song,
Mhm.
did he realize how sucky it really was?
The what's the name of the guy who wrote the song? He was Sir Richard Harris was talking to the person who wrote the song, and he said, "Oh, I want to use this song," and he tried to talk him out of it. It's like, okay, everybody's rejected this song, and I took it to this singer, this artist, that artist. Oh no, this is my song. This is what I'm going to do, and it was a hit.
And he's known for it. He's well known for it.
And everybody who hated the original got to hate the disco version by Donna Summer.
And then there's you go on YouTube, you can find like 10 different cover versions.
Mhm.
There's a hard rock band I like called Psychotica,
Mhm.
and they do it, and they're really not like a disco band, but they disco it up.
That's a good cover, and the mournful Waylon Jennings cover will test your endurance as a listener.
I've
As
never
well.
heard Waylon Jennings do it. Oh, jeez.
It's as terrible as you think it is.
Jimmy Webb was the
Jimmy
song.
Webb. Okay.
Okay, so Marcia's final three picks. Good job, Miss Marcia. And I know that it's hard playing from the chat, but you did fabulous. Save the Forest. Okay, somebody likes a good Cure song instead of this other crap they've been saying. No, but they're all good, especially Friday. I'm in love. And then there's another good song by them called The Caterpillar. And do you know that song, Mrs. Hopkins? Oh, The Caterpillar?
Yeah, but also not on my top. I like that they had the perfect boy and the perfect girl, though.
Yeah. The Forest, I love that. I'm going to have to go listen to some Cure now, because I didn't bring any of the Cure stuff out that I have. Love Song, yes, everybody knows Love Song. Okay, so we are coming up to the glorious finale of another stunningly entertaining version of the Bimbo Barbarella music program. It is Pirate Radio, your last three.
Okay, sure.
It better not suck. It better not be Peter Frampton.
No, you don't have to worry about that, Bimbo. The Last Waltz.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
An immortal classic from the band.
And like I said, I'm not a big fan of the band either, but that is so very good.
Yeah, just the cameos in there and the
Oh, yeah.
and their hits. There are their hits. I mean, they played through them all, and they were good songs.
Okay. Okay, Mark. And was Bob Dylan on that, or did he not play on that?
Oh yeah, he was there.
Oh, okay.
As was a very highly cocaine-fueled Neil Young.
I think they were all pretty well
Tuned up.
on Peruvian marching powder, because
I'm sure that Levon Helm and Robbie Robertson were straight all the time. Okay, your second one, Mr. Propcusser.
Eric Clapton did one called 24 Nights.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
And
On it.
and I have one more.
Mark, okay, but 24 Nights, do you know what songs are on it?
Yeah, quite a few.
Okay, we'll name a couple.
Bruce Power, Presence of the Lord, I think, is there.
Cocaine is probably on there.
Yeah, Cocaine is probably there. Clapton through the eight is kind of boring when it comes to his concerts through the ages. He plays the same songs over and over again every year, year
Okay.
in, year out.
Okay, and Eric Clapton did a song that I love, but it's probably not anybody else's favorite. It's a song called Tulsa Time.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Living on toast.
Maybe the next time I'm on Pirate Radio, I'll request that.
Good one. Yeah.
Okay, and your final live album, Pirate Radio.
What I didn't know about until recently, and it's another from Elton John back in that era in the 70s, and it's called Here and There.
Never heard it.
And it's got some great performances there. It's Madison Square Gardens. It's got the John Lennon coming on for 3 songs.
Is that like before Madman Across the Water, or?
It would have been before, yeah. I'm pretty sure it would have been 72, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't get really into Elton John until the album with Crocodile Rock. Well, remember when Rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun.
Yeah, that song kind of sucks.
I like it.
Yeah, he was he hated playing that song notoriously. He used to
Yeah, well, because it was.
he played it so many times. Yeah,
It's not the greatest song, but after you play it, 300 times a year, oh man.
It was great when the Muppets did.
Billy Joel stopped playing "I Love You Just the Way You Are."
Oh
I
really?
mean, he didn't even like the song when he wrote it. He played it for his then girlfriend, and she said, "Oh, this is a hit. You have to record this." And he recorded it. It was a hit, but there was just something so undeniably fake and saccharine about the song that he kind of cursed himself for having recorded it, because then that was part of the set list for years before he finally put his foot down and said, I'm not doing that song anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad when an artist they have a super mega hit and then they grow to hate it because
And
there's
you know
something
what?
inauthentic about it.
One Billy Joel song I like, and I know a lot of people hate it. We didn't start this fire. We didn't start the fire. A
It's
lot
kind
of
of a catchy later period song for him.
dislike that.
It'd be good in karaoke too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a toughie. There's a lot of references. It's the middle bridge part of the song. You're having to, I don't know. It's a lot of fast talking. That's a toughie.
Okay, so we are down to my 3 cults from the before mentioned Choice of Weapon, a song called where is it? Honey from a Knife. And again, it's he talks about how humanity is raping nature pretty much. And like I said, my record keeping on mine was really poor. I forget what ones I said, what ones I didn't say. I don't know. Probably my favorite song of theirs is one that is quite slow. It's because they were real crunch and rock and roll. It's a slow song called Edie, Ciao Baby. And it's just really pretty and bluesy. And if you know this band, you're going to say, oh, no, they could not have made a song like that. Because how many rock bands, they make like power ballads or ballads, and they are the worst thing. You'd rather step in a pile of dog shit than have to listen to it.
They tend to be schlocky, but they also tend to be big hits.
Yeah.
So that's why they're A&R guys saying, this is a hit. You got to do a power ballad. We've got this writer over here that can come in and write the perfect power ballad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so my last 3 clash, and then the show is over. I want to thank everybody for joining. Hope you liked this like off the cuff formats. My final three: Clash. It is I don't know. I might have said this one too. Okay, called English Civil War from Give 'Em Enough Rope. I think I've said that already. From this album here, it's very, very ska and funky, called Wrong and Boyo. It's the Wrong and Boyo. And also from this song, Mark, you would love this song because, and I don't know, I think I played it on your show and you liked it. It's very piano heavy. It's called The Card Sheets. There's a solitary man crying, hold me. It's only because he's a lonely, and if the keeper of time runs slowly, he won't be alive for long. It's really, and they never really listed a keyboardist. I think they just used anybody who was around in the studio. Say, hey, come on in, play this. So, well,
Yes.
that is it. That is it. As always, thank you, panel. We all did a good job. Seeing how this was a not that difficult, but just a different approach to the College of Knowledge. And as I always say upon closing, I want to thank every single person for coming up on the channel. I appreciate it very much. I'm sure that the professors, the captain, the corn grower, the pirate, and Mrs. Hoppy Hopkins, I'm sure that, because we appreciate it. And we appreciate this doing for you because we have as much fun doing it as you might, do listening to it. So I want
Avalon Dreaming has the bragging rights for the night, seeing The Cure in Wembley in London in 1989.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive. Avalon, are you from the UK or from the United States? Let's see if she responds.
Marcia did a really good job, and happy birthday, Marcia.
Oh, yes.
Happy 57th birthday.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Hopkins. Yes.
Wow,
And
second row.
Happy birthday, Marcia.
and again, thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for participating. Does anybody have any idea of you want to do in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
It could be 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm thinking it'd be kind of it's in the take of mixing it up a little bit. I think we should do like each of us should choose our favorite #1 Billboard hits from 1970 to 1979. We each pick from one song from each year. That way, it'll be like there'll be songs that are known to everybody watching because they were #1 hits, but we'll come up with a lot of different songs
Well,
because
yeah,
each year produced plenty of #1 hits.
yeah.
But I'm thinking, we could do #1 Billboard hits from 70 to 79, and if that works, we could do 60 to 69 or 80 to 89 in the subsequent show. That would just kind of make for a good conversation because take everybody back in time
Yeah.
and give us everybody have variety. I mean, there'll be very few duplications, I suspect.
Mark, and do you like that idea?
Yeah, I agree totally. I think that'll be great.
And before we leave, want to ask Mrs. Hopkins, oh, where's Mama B?
Oh, she's in the bathroom right now. She just finished dinner.
You're giving your poor Mama Bee stuff that makes her run to the bathroom as soon as she's fed. Boy, that's not good. I told you, you don't eat chimichangas that you find laying in the road. Because you don't know where they could have been. They could have been dropped by a chupacabra that stole them from a Taco Bell.
Mama Bee's just making room for the cake. That's all.
Okay, Marcia. So, okay, well, cool. Maybe we'll see you then, Marcia. Yeah, I love the 70s. Yeah, I mean, I like music from all pretty much years, and I don't want to say genres because there are some genres that I can't stand.
So this-
And I'm certainly not gonna, deride any band except for two.
But what years are we going to pick to do that?
Billboard number ones from 1970 to 1979.
Okay, beautiful.
That's in our wheelhouse. I mean,
Yeah.
for us. And then
It was
you know,
a very juicy decade, too, for a lot of music.
Juicy. I love hearing the word juicy.
So
You know
it's
what?
June 14th.
You know what? I don't care where you are. You can say the word juicy in any sentence and you'll have a smile on your face. It's like moist. You can't say the word moist or try to say moist and juicy in a sentence and you'll be crying. You'll be laughing. Okay, Mark, try it. Say, boy, that was moist and juicy.
Boy, that was mushy.
missed it by a lot much.
Okay, as always, guys, thank you again. Thank you, everybody watched. Hope you had a little bit of fun. Hope you learned something. Because our goal is to educate, and like I said, I do this mainly because I like to laugh myself, because, I just think doing this is so much fun. It really is.
It's because you're a ham. I'm a ham. And we like to ham it up.
Oh, okay. See, but I'm in a can, like a DAC ham.
Ah,
And oh my God. Okay. We were at the Save-A-Lot place, me and Cat Daddy, and so we're walking down there, and they have like these little cans of potted meat. And I says, Al, you want some potted meat? He says, oh, what's in it? I said, meat. What kind of meat? And I said, meat. Meat.
beat the meat.
Meat. Oh, well, I don't know what it is. And I said, oh, I'll buy you a can. And if you want, I'll come back and get you more. He says, no, I'm not trying that.
Is Al a finicky eater?
Oh yeah. See, but now, and I hate to say it, with his condition, he's becoming easier to trick,
Oh, yeah.
which of course I don't take advantage of.
No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to make your life a little easier.
The hard part at this point is getting him to eat the calories. I mean,
Oh
he's
yeah,
getting thinner and thinner and thinner. All the
Right.
calories are guilt-free at this point. Anything you can get him to eat, it has nutrients in it.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Anything that makes
or
him
not.
happy.
yeah, because I think those two big 18 gallon tubs of cheese balls were gone in about a week.
Well,
Yeah.
good. He probably regained 2 or 3 or 4 pounds that he lost.
Yeah, but it's
ages
all
ago.
salt. It's all salt.
Yeah, just
It
all
ain't
that
gonna
soda
hurt him at this
ain't
point.
gonna hurt him at this point.
Probably not.
Let him
Okay,
enjoy it. If he wants to eat Twinkies every day, let him.
Oh yeah, I do because it's easier to cook.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because one night last week he wanted breakfast cereal for dinner. I says, sure, I can make him cereal at night. Oh, which I like every once in a while, a bowl of cereal at like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm sure everybody has.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so, all right, guys, thanks
Right.
again.
Thank you, Bimbo.
Yes, and remember, Chris, I'll talk to you Sunday.
Okay, we'll do some tech support.
About what time? Maybe 2, 3.
That's fine. Yeah. I'll
He's
be around.
always available earlier.
I mean, I'll probably get up around 7:38ish at the latest. So.
You know what, my friend, and I consider you a very close friend. Your dumbass had better not call me at 7:30.
Yeah. No. I'll let you call me.
Oh,
No, I get up at 6 a.m. Monday to Friday, so sleeping until like 7:30 or 8 is like an accomplishment for me.
well, that's like Thursday. I had to get up at 4 o'clock. I was
Yeah.
leaving for Tampa, and
That's
today
awful.
I had to get up at 6 to go to his optometrist. And his new nurse, Crystal, who's really nice and friendly, and she's fine. We get along great. She says, "Oh, would you mind if I come like 1 or 2 in the afternoon?" I says, "Absolutely not." So, okay, guys. Mrs. Hopkins, you have a successful weekend. And Kropka, next time you're doing pirate radio, I'll try to stay up. And if you guys want some free entertainment, go on to Camp Gmail, because tomorrow they're doing their open mic.
Every Saturday night is open mic over there.
Yep. And they have Metal Fest coming soon, June 6th.
Which that's why I want to talk to Gmail, because he wants to go over, like my equipment and like how I sound and all, because I've got some decent new songs that I've written that I want to play. Like Poke Salad Annie has over 1,100 viewers.
Outstanding.
How the hell can 1,000 people listen to that?
Well, they may
That-
never listen to anything again, but they listen to that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Their ears are now probably clogged with turnip greens.
One of those viewers, they watched that video and then they had a myocardial infarction right after that. That song ringing in their ears is the last thing that went through their mind.
Well, then I feel good because I did my job.
Yep.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good day. I'm done for the night. I'm not even going to stay on, Mark. So.
Alrighty.
Oh, and one thing before we go, Mrs. Hopkins, what are you doing in your channels? Anything new, fun, what?
I need to get that podcast thing going again, but I need to get to the gym first because I've been slacking off. It's just too damn hot. Oh my gosh. We were going to go yesterday, but it felt like it was 130 already or something.
Well, where you live, it probably was.
Yeah, it's
And
horrible.
like today, I noticed something because I did that video, about, doing our show tonight. And I've looked and I says, God, I got like a fat stomach. How did my stomach get so fat? So I get home and I looked at the shorts. They were a medium. Okay, I've lost quite a bit of weight. I'm certainly not medium because I thought they felt kind of tight. Jesus. I don't think I was a medium. Well, when I was in college, I might have been. So that's a word of advice. When you're buying clothes, make sure to look at the size.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Easy Street. Thank you, Pirate Radio. Thank you, Mrs. Hopkins. Thank you, everybody. We will see y'all in, 2 weeks?
2 weeks is good.
2 weeks. Yep.
Yeah.
2
That
weeks
would be
the
June
14th.
yes.
Yeah, June 14th.
Oh, sweet. Oh, okay, because that's 2 days after my birthday.
Again, you have a birthday?
Yeah, yeah. It's whenever you want to buy me a gift.
Ah. Wah, 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 wah.
And it looks like I'll be buying myself another present for myself because the Florida Panthers are going to end up going to the Stanley Cup Finals again because they beat the Rangers. They now lead the Rangers 3-2, and
Oh, wow.
the game is in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh wow. How exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
All right.
have a good day. Bye bye.
Mark,
Right, see
I
you
dropped a
later.
link for you on Julie's been working for the drug squad.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Julie's been
You're
working
welcome.
for the drug squad. Julie's been working for the.
I think you'll like the piano work on it.
Oh
Yeah, I made note of it anyways, but I'll drop the link after the show. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody.
Right,
Yeah.
see you.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night.
Yeah, and be calling me at 7:30 in the morning. Okay, you'll be talking. Okay, you'll be talking to Pancake. Oh, the little kitten.
You're still
No.
live, woman.
I'll let you call me. I'm cool.
Okay. Well, no, I might have Pancake call you.
Oh my gosh. All right,
All right.
you're still live.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.